Protein glycosylation. Protein processing within the Golgi involves the modification and synthesis of the carbohydrate portions of glycoproteins. One of the major aspects of this processing is the modification of the N-linked oligosaccharides that are added to proteins in the ER. Proteins are modified within the ER by the addition of an oligosaccharide consisting of 14 sugar residues. 3 glucose residues and 1 mannose are then removed while the polypeptides are still in the ER. Following transport to the Golgi apparatus, the N-linked oligosaccharides of these glycoproteins are subject to extensive further modifications. N-linked oligosaccharides are processed within the Golgi apparatus in an ordered sequence of reactions. The first modification of proteins destined for secretion or the plasma membrane is the removal of 3 additional mannose residues. This is followed by the sequential addition of N-acetylglucosamine, the removal of 2 more mannose and the addition of a fucose and 2 more N-acetylglucosamines. Finally, 3 galactose and 3 sialic acid residues are added. Different glycoproteins are modified to different extents during their passage through the Golgi, depending on both the structure of the protein and on the amount of processing enzymes that are present within the Golgi complex of different types of cells. Consequently, proteins can emerge from the Golgi with a variety of different N-linked oligosaccharides. The processing of the N-linked oligosaccharide of lysosomal proteins differ from that of secreted and plasma membrane proteins. Rather than the initial removal of 3 mannose residues, proteins destined for the incorporation into lysosomes are modified by mannose phosphorylation. In the first step of this reaction, N-acetylglucosamine phosphates are added to specific mannose residues, probably while the protein is still in the cis-Golgi network. This is followed by removal of N-acetylglucosamine group, leaving mannose 6-phosphate residues on the N-linked oligosaccharide. Because of this modification, these residues are not removed during further processing. Instead, these phosphorylated mannose residues are specifically recognized by a mannose 6-phosphate receptor in the trans-Golgi network, which directs the transport of these proteins to lysosomes. The phosphorylation of mannose residues is thus a critical step in sorting lysosomal proteins to their correct intracellular destinations. The specificity of this process resides in the enzyme that catalyzes the first step in the reaction sequence, the selective addition of N-acetylglucosamine phosphate to lysosomal proteins. This enzyme recognizes a structural determinant that is present on lysosomal proteins, but not on proteins destined for the plasma membrane or secretion. This recognition determinant is not a simple sequence of amino acids, rather it is formed in the folded protein by this juxtaposition of amino acid sequences from different regions of the polypeptide chain. In contrast to the signal sequences that direct protein translocation to the ER, the recognition determinant that leads to mannose phosphorylation and thus ultimately targets proteins to lysosomes depends on the 3-dimensional conformation of the folded protein. Such determinants are called signal patches in contrast to the linear targeting signals. Proteins can also be modified by addition of carbohydrates to the side chains of acceptor serine and threonine residues within specific sequences of amino acids known as O-linked glycosylation. These modifications take place in the Golgi apparatus by the sequential addition of single sugar residues. The serine or threonine is usually linked directly to N-acetylgalactosamine, to which other sugars can then be added. In some cases, these sugars are further modified by the addition of sulfate groups. Lipid and polysaccharide metabolism. In addition to its activities in processing and sorting glycoproteins, the Golgi apparatus functions in lipid metabolism, in particular in the synthesis of glycolipids and sphingomyelin. The glycerol phospholipids, cholesterol and ceramide are synthesized in the ER. Sphingomyelin and glycolipids are then synthesized from ceramide in the Golgi apparatus. Sphingomyelin, the only non-glycerol phospholipid in cell membrane, is synthesized by the transfer of a phosphorylcholine group from phosphatidylcholine to ceramide. Alternatively, the addition of carbohydrates to ceramide can yield a variety of different glycolipids. Sphingomyelin is synthesized on the luminal surface of the Golgi, but glucose is added to ceramide on the cytosolic side. Glucosyl ceramide then apparently flips and additional carbohydrates are added on the luminal side of the membrane. Neither sphingomyelin nor the glycolipids are then able to translocate across the Golgi membrane. So, they are found only in the luminal half of the Golgi bilayer. Following vesicular transport, they are correspondingly localized to the exterior half of the plasma membrane, with their polar head groups exposed on the cell surface. The oligosaccharide portions of glycolipids are important surface markers in cell-cell recognition. In plant cells, the Golgi apparatus has the additional task of serving as the site where complex polysaccharides of the cell wall are synthesized. The plant cell wall is composed of three major types of polysaccharides. Cellulose, the predominant constituent, is a simple linear polymer of glucose residues. It is synthesized at the cell surface by enzymes in the plasma membrane. The other cell wall polysaccharides such as hemicellulose and pectins are complex branched chain molecules that are synthesized in the Golgi apparatus and then transported into vesicles of the cell surface. The synthesis of these cell wall polysaccharides is a major cellular function, and as much as 80% of the metabolic activity of the Golgi apparatus in plant cells may be devoted to polysaccharide synthesis. Protein sorting and export in Golgi apparatus. Proteins as well as lipids and polysaccharides are transported from the Golgi apparatus to their final destinations through the secretory pathway. This involves the sorting of proteins into different kinds of transport vesicles, which bud from the trans-Golgi network and deliver their contents to the appropriate cellular locations. Some proteins are carried from the Golgi to the plasma membrane by a constitutive secretory pathway, which accounts for the incorporation of new proteins and lipids into the plasma membrane, as well as for the continuous secretion of proteins from the cell. Other proteins are transported to the cell surface by a distinct pathway of regulated secretions or are specifically targeted to other intracellular destinations, such as lysosomes in animal cells or vacuoles in yeast. Proteins that function within the Golgi apparatus must be retained within that organelle rather than being transported along the secretory pathway. The signals responsible for retention of some proteins within the Golgi have been localized to their transmembrane domains, which retain proteins within the Golgi apparatus by preventing them from being packaged in the transport vesicles that leave the trans-Golgi network. In addition, like the KKXX sequences of resident ER membrane proteins, signals in the cytoplasmic tails of some Golgi proteins mediate the retrieval of these proteins from subsequent compartments along the secretory pathway. The constitutive secretory pathway, which operates in all cells, leads to continual unregulated protein secretion. However, some cells also possesses a distinct regulated secretory pathway in which specific proteins are secreted in response to environmental signals. Examples of regulated secretion includes the release of hormones from endocrine cells, the release of neurotransmitters from neurons, and the release of digestive enzymes from the pancreatic acinar cells. Proteins are sorted into the regulated secretory pathway in the trans-Golgi network, where they are packaged into specialized secretory vesicles. These secretory vesicles, which are larger than other transport vesicles, store their content until specific signals direct their fusion with the plasma membrane. A further complication in the transport of proteins to the plasma membrane arises in many epithelial cells, which are polarized when they are organized into tissues. The plasma membrane of such cells is divided into two separate regions, the apical domain and the basolateral domain, that contain specific proteins related to their particular functions. For example, the apical membrane of intestinal epithelial cells faces the lumen of intestine and is specialized for the efficient absorption of nutrients. The remainder of the cell is covered by the basolateral membrane. Distinct domains of the plasma membrane are present not only in epithelial cells, but also in other cell types. Thus, the constitutive secretory pathway must selectively transport proteins from the trans-Golgi network to these distinct domains of the plasma membrane. This is accomplished by the selective packaging of proteins into at least two types of constitutive secretory vesicles that leaves the trans-Golgi network, targeted specifically for either the apical or basolateral plasma membrane domains of the cell. The best characterized pathway of protein sorting in the Golgi is the selective transport of proteins to lysosomes. Luminal lysosomal proteins are marked by mannose 6-phosphate that are formed by modifications of their N-linked oligosaccharides shortly after entry into the Golgi apparatus. A specific receptor in the membrane of the trans-Golgi network then recognizes these mannose 6-phosphate residues. The resulting complexes of receptor plus lysosomal enzymes are packaged into transport vesicles destined for lysosomes. Lysosomal membrane proteins are targeted by sequences in their cytoplasmic tails rather than by mannose 6-phosphates. In yeast and plant cells, which lacks lysosomes, proteins are transported from the Golgi apparatus to an additional destination, the vacuole. Vacuoles assume the functions of lysosomes in these cells as well as performing a variety of other tasks such as the storage of nutrients and the maintenance of turgor pressure and osmotic balance. In contrast to lysosomal targeting, proteins are directed to vacuoles by short peptide sequences instead of carbohydrate markers.